ready for the pain and feel completely dirty when you're done. Arvin, are you ready for blast off?
I told you not to eat Indian food, man.
How are you blasted off? Prematurely.
We are
The Three Guys Rant.
Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
I already feel dirty.
Call us at 855-693-GUYS.
And if you didn't understand that, let me try to tune English, because that was Puerto Rican. You are listening to The Three Guys Rant. 855-69-3-GUYS. That's 693-4897.
693?
I love me some Pringles.
Wow. Are you saying we're not going to fight for it this time? This is the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil on NBC News Radio, KCAA 1050 AM. Want to call in? 855-693-4897. Again, 855-693-4897.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's not 865, is it?
No, I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I'm 99% sure.
Okay.
And what if they don't want to call in? What do they call?
If they don't want to call in, where do they call?
Yeah.
That's got to be like the second dumbest question
Well,
I've heard
if
today.
you want to call in, here's the number. But what if you don't want to call in?
People, if you're too afraid to look at Mikey's face and you want to talk but not call in, hit us up through Twitter at The Three Guys Rant. I know the gentleman before us that introduced us said not just Three Guys Rant, but it actually is The Three Guys Rant.
Hey, man, but give him some credit. You know what? Every week he mentions us. He takes his time out of his busy schedule when he's doing the news, and he talks about us.
When he's doing real news.
I agree.
I gotta say, after he says The Three Guys Rant, it probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Well, you know what's funny, though, is I always feel bad for the guy because he touts us like we're a real show, and then he hears this. So, for those of you driving home on the 57 right now, once again, to all of our meth labs in the 909, we thank you for tuning in. We know that it helps keep you awake while you're making the crack for tonight.
And it's a good week for all of them.
It really is.
A lot of people are getting ready for the 4th of July holiday weekend, so there's going to be a lot of sales.
So all of
So are you saying they're
crack-making brethren?
They're on overtime right now?
They're on overdrive, right? Well, you know, I mean, with all the bust going on, I'm sure the 909 is on fire.
Don't say bust.
No, I said bust.
They start leaping through windows and running.
No, not for my pharmaceutical brethren.
Okay.
I'm talking about, you know, I've read a couple of stories online in the last few days about people with fireworks.
Wow, I've heard some big stories here in the city we live in.
Well, what's funny is, but if you read the stories behind them, it wasn't even like there was massive crime going on or people, you know, undercover or any. The last two stories I heard, first one, I guess a group of idiots locally decided to pop off some fireworks. Okay, well, a cop was going by and thought, hey, those are
illegals?
Pretty heavy duty.
Right.
Let me go take a look. He goes to take a look, and these dimwits take off running into a garage. So
that's a real genius.
So he says, well, let me peruse a little closer. And what does he find? 2 or 3 tons of fireworks. Then the other ones that got busted earlier this week in our local city, this was funny. They weren't even popping them off. The morons either forgot their key or did something and set off an alarm at a little industrial complex. And were trying to get the door open. So the police responding to the alarm bell that is ringing.
Now, did they live in an industrial part of town?
Well, no. I think they just had the stuff hidden over there.
Okay.
So the bell goes off. And I guess everybody assumes nobody pays attention to the bell. Well, you know, a hard-working law enforcement officer.
Now, I'm assuming 20 minutes later?
I don't know how long it was ringing. The story didn't say that. The story simply said that a bell was ringing.
Right.
Okay. And I guess these people were either trying to figure out how to turn it off or find their alarm or whatever. In the mayhem.
Now, crackheads, just so you know, just because you break the bell off the wall doesn't mean that the alarm's still not ringing on somebody's computer.
So a cop shows up. Law enforcement official pulls in. And lo and behold, not even hidden, not even out of the way, but the commercial door that is rolled up big enough to drive an RV into.
Right.
Had about 3 tons of.
So the door was up.
And the door was up. And the picture showed. Dude, these people were really cool about it. They had shelving. They had cataloged all of their stuff.
Oh, so they were prepared.
Oh, they were prepared.
Wait a minute. They were smart enough to organize, put everything in category, almost open up a storefront, but not bright enough to.
Close the door or bring a key?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, we couldn't.
Mikey, what were your cousins thinking, man?
I have no idea, man. But you know what? I've disowned them.
So, you know, I mean, that's been part of the week. But then, the big one. Alan, cue it up for me, brother.
It's raining.
Oh, Arvin, sit down, man. Sit down.
This is the big one?
This is the big one, baby.
Oh, last time I heard that music and a man said this is the big one.
Why are there tears? There are tears rolling down your face. You're so excited.
No.
Because he thinks I'm going to drop my trousers. No, bro.
I had a flashback and it wasn't pleasant.
Yesterday morning, as I was preparing my morning coffee to come into this hellhole we call an office, I saw that there was a great deal of commotion on multiple channels, CNN, ABC, NBC. And lo and behold, what did the headline say? Arvin and Mike can once again officially be married and wed in the state of California.
Not yet.
Oh, very close, though. It's very close. Okay.
30 days.
So, well, again, but it gives you guys time to plan it because, I understand that as part of the homosexual experience, you guys like to plan more than the heterosexual couples.
We don't like to be referred to as homosexuals. We want to be referred to as gay.
Okay, that's fine. So as gays, Alan has agreed to donate his DJ services, and he's lining up a whole slew of music for you.
I would love to taste you.
Exactly. That's the kind of environment you're going to have.
It's starting to get a little hot in here.
And I've agreed to finance the chaps for the two of you.
Only if they're assless.
They're assless chaps. Okay. There's song number 2. And so I just wanted you guys to know that I will be officiating the wedding so that the two of you can live.
Now, you know what I've said? I have no problem with whatever people want to do with their own nalgas. I'm all for it. They want to go out and do whatever they want to do and insert whatever they want to insert. I'm all for it.
Do you have a problem with what they want to do to your nalgas?
Oh, absolutely. My nalgas, they're off limit unless the price is right. But my gay people out there listening, what the hell is wrong with you? And I don't say it as in you shouldn't be happy. I'm just saying, why are you going to join every other miserable married couple out there when you have it well off? That would be my excuse.
Because, damn it, that is their right. If they want to be like the rest of the married people out there who are upset, bitter, jaded, unhappy, and sexless, hey.
I don't get it, too. Isn't the definition, one of the definitions of the word gay, happy? Now, so why do they want to become miserable?
That's what I'm saying. I know that if I was gay, that would be my out. I'd be like, look, babe, I love you. I want to marry you, but I just can't.
Right now, listening or driving home and are attempting to find a way to kill yourself, please don't. Call in. You got a comment or you'd like to talk to one of my? I'm sorry. What you're not. You guys aren't homosexuals, right? So you're to my two gay co-hosts.
Well, I am a lesbian. I want to say that.
You look like Chaz Bono, so you know what?
That's why.
We'll go with that, okay?
Yeah, but, why do they want to do that? I know we've seen this clip before in America's Funniest Home Video about this old man that gets interviewed at a wedding, and he says that there's 3 rings in a marriage. There's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. Why do they want to join the suffering kind when they can be happy just the way they are?
But you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is, okay? This is the genius of it all, and why more institutions and more legal scholars or other things have it. It's much like what we talk about the hype with marijuana. Why does everybody want Mary Jane? Because you can't have it. So if you watch, I think that, all the people that love each other and want to be, okay, they're all going to get married. But in 10, 15 years, like every other institution.
Oh, I don't even think that long.
They're going to go back to living with each other because they're going to be like, this is bogus.
I'm saying 24 months tops, man. 24 months top. You're going to hear all kinds of murders and suicides and homicides to where you just got home and you just had it with that one person and you just ended up stabbing them in the neck.
I know, because it's nice and fun now that you live together. You're not married. You're devoted to each other, whatever. Once you hear those terms, you're now husband and husband or wife and wife. It's downhill from there.
But you know what? In all fairness, though, they got to fix the what is it? The regulations, the laws. Again, whether you're heterosexual or homosexual, if somebody's together because they're going to be together forever, it should be something as simple as signing a piece of paper that the other person is entitled to your benefits, your insurance.
Right.
Okay, fine. So if there's a waiting period, nothing for 24 months, whatever they want to do. But I can also understand why. A lot of these people talked about not domestic rights. They call it
civil unions.
Well, the civil unions, but in terms of a lot of the rights that are denied them because they can't be married. So I know, like with you and your fourth wife
Domestic
now,
partnership?
Who?
No.
No. What I'm saying is, like in Mike's case, you know, he chose to knock her up and not marry her. That was the agreement.
That's like every good Puerto Rican should
Okay,
do.
be that as it may, what I'm saying though is that where that will become a hindrance is that he's already broken down and decrepit now. Okay, so two tacos.
Yeah, he doesn't even dispute it either.
Two fried tacos short of the heart attack that's waits him or whatever, and he's broken down even further. She won't be able to do anything to protect their son or take away his Marine benefits or whatever because they were never married. Now they've been together what seems like 19 years.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't have to be married for my son or daughters to have their benefits.
Not your son, but I'm saying her. So
Okay.
she gets none of the. She gets no.
So the
spousal
kids are
benefits.
taken care of, but she's SOL.
Right.
And again, no problem with that. He's like, and your point is?
according to you.
So
So I'm just throwing it out there. That's why I think so many people, again, but also I think because, the gay community has been denied so much and demonized for so long. And what's funny is I think with the GOP or the Republicans are having a heart attack because they don't know how to respond.
I don't think there's anything else they can do.
They'd be out there bashing this and calling it an abomination and condemning everyone straight to hell.
Right. No, there's nothing for them to do. And this is the beginning of a movement that now is going to make it easier. Watch, state after state after state is going to just start falling in line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once California falls, then I think it's easier for
well, now with this, there's now, I believe, 13 states in the union.
So California is number 13 because I know before that was 12.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You think it's really because California gives a crap about its people, or you think it's just another way to start taxing everybody else that they couldn't tax before for the license?
I don't know that they're going to make that much money off licensing. And normally that type of licensing goes to the cities.
No, but there is a marriage tax.
Right, but I mean,
married
I don't know
couples
if
pay more
that's-
than
that's
individuals.
huge. I think just California is just a liberal state. It always has been, and they're.
So
I'm going to say I dispute that because we couldn't pass the marijuana bill. We
did pass it.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
So
and they overturned
medicinal.
Okay, but they overturned it, and then we passed Prop 8 once before. They overturned it.
What Prop
Or I'm
8?
sorry, when we had said it was okay for the civil unions and people to get married, and
Right, and then Prop 8 came in.
I don't think
No, but then
we're-
Prop 8 came in and killed that.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying though. I don't think we're as liberal as you think we are.
So does that mean next year?
No, but if you remember back when Prop 8 passed, there was a lot of not negative but deceitful advertising behind it, where people thought that by agreeing to it, they would allow gay marriage to go forward when that wasn't the case.
Yeah, see, again, I've told you before. I don't want to hear excuses about how something I voted for incorrectly. If you're going to take the time to be behind a cause, ask. Okay? So I don't think
Wait, you're saying I got to ask before I get behind?
I'm just saying. Don't get
I'm out
behind.
then.
Oh, I know you are. You listening to the Three Guys Rant on KCAA 1050 AM and the IE and the OC. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Transmitiendo en vivo en Los Ángeles y alrededor del mundo. Would you like to comment? Get on the radio.
Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
The Three Guys Rant.
We are the Three Guys Rant, coming to you live every Thursday from 5 to 6.
You can call us at 855-69-THE3GUYS.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen, and you never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call the drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
Hi, I'm Paul Lane, host of the KCAA Morning Show, and I'd like to take a few seconds to tell you about pollen bursts. You may not know, but I've been confined to a wheelchair for over 20 years, and I've always looked for ways to increase my energy, mental clarity, and just feel good. Well, I found it in pollen bursts. It's natural, delicious, and easy to take, and I think you should try some too. To find out more, email me at paul@kcaaradio.com. That's paul@kcaaradio.com. Hey, join me so we can burst together.
Theticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. Theticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Hi, I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And you can listen to us every Thursday at 2 p.m. right here on KCAA Radio. What do we talk about, Kelly?
We talk about everything from entertainment to business and tech, and we have a few laughs in between.
And we dance a whole lot. In fact, if you want to watch us every day, you can go to AaronandKellyLive.com. That's AaronandKellyLive.com.
Check it out.
Streaming live from Los Angeles, the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
All right, we're back from the break. Thanks for sticking around. And I think one of the daily gossip news is that's going to make Mike very happy because the last time he came anywhere near this particular starlet, we thought we were going to get arrested for harassment.
Yeah,
but,
baby.
Kat Von D is single.
She's in the market again. You see, I told you, man. Once you took a look at me that night, she gave me that look. I knew it was over for that kid.
The problem was the look she gave you was disgust and fear. She was trying to run from you.
That's the look I get from women. That's a positive for me.
I don't know, dude, because Arvin was there that night.
Because when that happens and they feel like they throw up in their mouth, I swoop in with the bottle of Pepto.
Is that what it is?
What night was they there at?
We're talking about the last time he saw Kat Von D, how he almost got arrested for harassment.
Oh, yeah, I was there. I saw that.
You didn't see nothing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone because I know certain people are listening, so I won't put you in bad light. But I know we have a caller on line 1. Adrian, are you there?
I am here. How are you?
I'm doing great. And this time I'll make sure not to accidentally call you by your last name, Ashley. So this is Adrian Ashley on the phone, author extraordinaire. And where are you calling from again, Adrian?
I'm in Reno, Nevada tonight, about to go to the 100 Community Effects party to find out if I am an honoree or just a nominee as one of the 100 most influential people in Reno.
That's awesome.
That's outstanding. We can't even become the most influential people in this room. So if you can be part of the whole, that's awesome.
Sure you can.
Because no, he's being serious. Because we've gone to some of these functions to where there's only like 6 people in the room.
7 people got nominated, and we were 3 of the people that were there that didn't.
Right. So, no, he's talking from experience, which was funny. So, Adrian, tell us.
Well, if that's the case, you want to start your own nomination, your own awards ceremony.
There you go.
And see if you can stack the deck a little bit in your favor that way.
She sounds like my mom. My mom keeps saying that, but I'm like, Mom, your vote's not going to help. Thanks.
You know what? But I think she's on to something.
I call it make your own break. I long ago learned when I wanted to get into the movie industry that walking around knocking on doors and trying to get somebody to say yes was a lot harder than walking around finding people who wanted to make a movie with me and just making my own yes.
All right. So I know there's a couple different things that I want to touch, and I want to talk again about the book that you wrote, which I'll let you tell us about it. But the one thing that did catch my eye is you're high-tech priestess.
I think I'm going to have to put former in front of that. It's so funny. I used to break into banks for a living. I was hired by the bank, nothing illegal. I did penetration studies, and my bonus was based on how much I could steal. But the whole point of, high tech and everything, it's so fast now, and everything is so much farther ahead. I doubt I could break into a bank now.
I'm going to dispute that one and say you probably could, but we'll go with the disclaimer.
Maybe not the same way I did before.
Exactly.
For my laptop in my pajamas.
Exactly.
I'm still baffled at that one. I think we need to continue the conversation off air because I'm curious to see how she did that. So
you did hear that her whole job was penetration. It was electronically.
Yes, I heard.
So you know that there are 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids over in the Eastern Bloc countries that have less rules about certain things, and they have a lot of time on their hands, so they're not playing video games. They're learning other things, and they're great tutors.
See, Arvin?
The problem is Arvin.
Hours.
The problem is Arvin heard the word Arvin heard the word penetration and it threw him off.
That might have been it. I heard penetration in pajamas, and then the other thing.
Should I say it again?
Please. Arvin's all tingly as it is.
I might fall out of my chair if she
okay.
says it again. And then the other thing is the book. What's the name of the book that you wrote?
Every Single Girl's Guide to Her Future Husband's Last Divorce.
That's not a book I want anybody I know to read.
Actually, no, here's the thing. It is. And if you are divorced, you absolutely want your new bride to read it because it's all about protecting your family unit's assets, making sure that the state can't come after it, tying up any loose ends that were left over from your divorce that frequently happen, which cause a whole bunch of stress and financial pressure in the second marriage. And that's usually what leads to the breakup. So if you can tie those loose ends up before you get married, handle all that stuff, get everything nailed down, you have a good shot of getting to a 50-year wedding anniversary, assuming you don't die first. So start early.
Adrian, let me ask you a question. It seems like your book is geared towards the second marriage. What is your recommendation for the first marriage?
It is second wives. I am protecting second wives because it is politically incorrect in this country to protect the men who are being railroaded in the family court system.
That's
I'm
right.
not allowed to protect them.
You tell him, girl.
What the hell did you just that's right for?
I don't know. It sounded good.
Jesus.
I'm like, you're avoiding the second marriage like it's the plague.
That would be my third. That's
the
why
third.
I'm avoiding it.
Well, you know, the third is okay, but let me tell you what happens in the fourth marriage. When the fourth marriage goes down the tube, there's one thing that is absolutely certain. It's not them.
That you're going to get divorced again?
No. If you can't make the fourth marriage work, there is one thing that is abundantly clear. It's not them. It's you.
Oh, no.
The only constant is you.
You see, okay,
Mikey,
now I got to dispute that. You're wrong. It's never me.
Adrian, I've been telling him for 20 years that it's him.
I think it might be you. And it might be, here's the thing, it might not be you. It might just be a piece of you. A little tiny little piece.
Oh, no. We know exactly which piece it is because all three of his wives have complained about it.
I'm talking about the picker, not the picker. The little tiny little piece.
Adrian,
Where's the picker mechanism? Sometimes you pick the wrong girl.
There is no tiny.
And it gets contaminated. The picker is contaminated, and all of a sudden you see this girl who's wrong for you.
That's what we keep telling him. We tell him that his little unit is contaminated.
Blood and you can't help yourself.
Mikey,
Arvid, I love this guest.
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
I love Adrian because she's telling Mike the truth that his little unit is contaminated.
Mikey,
there's nothing little about my piece.
Mikey, not only did she get slapped, you got backhanded.
She says that your unit is contaminated.
No, what she
no,
says is that I picked the wrong women. That's what she said. She says I picked the wrong women.
I have no knowledge of that, so I don't want to actually assess that.
No,
please.
We're gonna go with it's him. We like your.
You know what? When are you gonna come in studio?
Wait, are you gonna?
I can bring all my 3 ex-wives in, and you can tell them all how it was them.
Well, here's the thing. I did study with a body language expert. She's the leading trainer for the FBI, CIA, NSA. And let me tell you, I can't date now. It's impossible. I get through about 15 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, done.
Now, is it because...
It's like mind reading. I mean, who doesn't lie on their first date?
I was going to say that's...
Who doesn't try and present the best of themselves? And then I can read right through it, and I go, yeah, you're a schmo.
But now, let me ask you a question, though. Wasn't it because, you already knew what a guy wants on the first date. Does it become more painfully obvious, though?
Well, okay, but here's
now being recorded.
Whoa.
I didn't do it. I did not do it. Let me tell you, it's Google Voice.
You see what happens when you start talking about the NSA, CIA,
every
and
now
the
and
FBI?
again that trips the recording signal. I can call you back if you don't want
No.
to.
You can record
And I have
us.
no idea where it's recording, and I have no idea if it's ever going to stop, and I've never found the recording.
Well, tell you what, just in case.
Magically appears every now and again.
Tell you what, just in case, NSA, you can kiss my ass. Okay, let's go on.
I was going to say, crank call.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what
please.
I was going to say about dating is, I have no problem with what men want on the first date. I want it too. Trust me, women want it more than men want it. I know you think that's really hard to believe, but it's true. And we do. But we want it the right way. You got to go about it the right way. We want anticipation. There is so many things you got to go through the head. Our head is our erogenous zone.
Well, when I go on a first date, I'm always anticipating. So it's not the anticipation.
No, you're anticipating, but we need to anticipate. You need to entice us so that it's our idea to rip your clothes off at the end of the night. And you can totally do that. When you can do it without being a slime player. You don't have to become a pickup artist to learn how to do this. Because you know what would be awesome? What would be super awesome is if all of the nice guys in the world learned just a couple of those techniques so that they could, when they found the right girl, do that to her, and she'd just be like all in, all at once, done deal. And then we have so many happy couples. That would be awesome.
Now that is interesting. I know I've seen some different interviews that you've done for different stations, and you're basically telling women, look, you have to go to bed in something sexy, but wake up naked. That is like the best information I've ever heard any woman say.
And Arvin practices that, but he goes to bed alone.
The unwrapping of the package, right? Like, I'm not kidding. My husband, when I was married, he was like, great. That's pretty. It better have something that I can untie, and it's only going to last about 30 seconds, so it doesn't even have to be comfortable.
I got to say, I love my package unwrapped.
You like your package unwrapped?
The problem is, it's such a small package.
It only takes 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Adrian, I'm sorry. They're signaling us that we're going to break. Good luck tonight on your nomination. We hope you're one of the winners.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for calling in. We'd love to have you back on in the near future.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Have a great night. Take care.
Oh. Women, take some advice from her. Go to sleep in something sexy and wake up naked.
Call the Three Guys Rant now.
Would you like to comment? Get on the radio.
Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
The Three Guys Rant.
Hi, I'm Paul Lane, host of the KCAA Morning Show, and I'd like to take a few seconds to tell you about pollen bursts. You may not know, but I've been confined to a wheelchair for over 20 years, and I've always looked for ways to increase my energy, mental clarity, and just feel good. Well, I found it in pollen bursts. It's natural, delicious, and easy to take, and I think you should try some too. To find out more, email me at paul@kcaaradio.com. That's paul@kcaaradio.com. Hey, join me so we can burst together.
We are the Three Guys Rant, coming to you live every Thursday from 5 to 6.
You can call us at 855-69-THE3GUYS.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
Theticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. Theticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
We supply the words. You paint the picture. AM 1050 KCAA.
Streaming live from Los Angeles and worldwide, The Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
All right, we're back from the break. Thanks for sticking around with us. We are just past the halfway point, and you're almost done with us. Arvin, on line 2, we have...
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing? I know that this is for the casting call for the tapes, but we didn't get a name.
Oh, Lindsay.
Lindsay, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the call in. I know that you guys are calling in for a casting call for here. Let me see here. It's ABC's The Taste here in L.A.
With Anthony
Yes,
Bourdain,
actually, yeah, we're having our first West Coast casting call this weekend in LA at the Art Institute, and we're really excited about it.
Now this is for season 2, correct?
Yes, season 2. So
I know we helped with season 1, and I know we've done a lot of casting calls. I always wonder if anybody we've gotten tickets to ever makes it on the show.
You know, that's a really good question. I unfortunately didn't work on season 1, so I'm not sure what happened with the casting last time. But, you know, I can fill you in after this one.
Hey, Lindsay, I got a question. This is Phil from the Three Guys. One of the comments here, it says that, you know, you guys are calling out for professional chefs, home cooks, and foodies. So, I mean, how would a foodie go about being on the show if all they do is they enjoy the food, but they're not really a cook?
Well, you know, we are looking for foodies who cook. So I think if you read that, it's just insinuating that really anybody can apply for the show if they have a passion and a talent for cooking. So you don't have to be strictly a professional or strictly a home cook. You can be either of those or anywhere in between.
Oh, excellent. Okay, now, I got a question because every time we get one of these calls that involves cooking, Arvin always tries to take his boiled hot dog recipe onto one of the shows. So if you could kind of help some of the
It's no longer boiled, it's grilled now?
So,
well, that sounds like an improvement.
He's trying to get better. He just discovered charcoal. So I was curious if you could kind of give the listeners a sense of what kind of people, I mean, because everybody thinks they're a good cook.
Right. Well, you know, we say leave it up to us. If you think you're good, bring out your dish, and we'd love to judge it. You know, you can be somebody who cooks fine French cuisine or somebody who just makes great hamburgers. You know, we love anything that runs the gamut. So, you know, if you think you have what it takes, we'd love to meet you.
Now, I'm just curious. Out of all the people that actually come out to the casting call, what percentage do you think actually knows how to cook?
You know, that's a tough question. You know, that's very hard. We try a lot of good dishes. You know, we're really impressed with the people that come out, and you know, sometimes you get some that aren't that great, but generally speaking, you know, it's really impressive the kind of food that we get to taste at these open calls.
Real quick, and when these people show up, they show up with a prepared dish, correct?
Yes. We ask that everyone brings one prepared dish, so you prepare it at home, bring it with you. The food judges will be there to taste it, so you need to supply the utensils and anything else you need to serve it. And that's pretty much all you need besides the application, which you can get from our website.
Do you allow them the opportunity to maybe warm up their dish? How long are they in
line?
line?
Unfortunately, there is no kitchen for people to warm their dishes. You know, there's a line and then you go straight into our tasting room. So we like to let people know that we don't grade based on temperature. So we don't take temperature into consideration. That being said, you know, we encourage people to travel safely with their food and, you know, pack it with ice or whatever they need. If you've got battery-operated, you know, flame torches, we allow those, but nothing that plugs into a wall.
Okay, and what if for Tony Bourdain, what if you show up with a nice, chill bottle of vodka? I think that should get you in, right?
In my book, yes.
Hey, Lizzie, before we go too far, I know we're over here asking all the other questions. Where should they go? Where is the event? What time?
So it is this Saturday in LA at the Art Institute in Santa Monica. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and if you arrive between those hours, we guarantee that we'll see you. So the exact address is on our website, which is thetastecasting.com. And, yeah, we're excited to see everybody who comes out this weekend.
Outstanding.
I'm excited. So I know that temperature is not a part of the equation. What about presentation? I mean, if they cooked it the night before and it tastes great, but it looks just not so great, is that taken into account?
You know, we grade on a lot of different factors. Presentation is part of that. Taste is obviously a huge part of that. So if you make a dish that looks terrible but maybe is the best thing anybody's ever tasted, that could work, but it better be really good because, you know, presentation and looks are part of it. So you should really be thinking about what you're putting on the plate, what it looks like, make it look really appetizing, and, of course, make it taste great.
All right. Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for the call-in. We hope a ton of our listeners show up on Saturday. Hopefully Arvin will work on his weenie recipe.
Whoa.
Well, thank you guys so much for the time. We appreciate it, and we hope that we meet some of your listeners on Saturday.
Absolutely. We'll definitely get the event out through our social media and on our website and see if we can get some additional people out in your line.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, so if you think you can cook, this Saturday from 10 to 4 p.m. at the Art Institute of California in Santa Monica. The address is 2900 31st Street in Santa Monica from 10 to 4.
Why do we always do that? Why do we let him do all the informative, whatever you want to call those?
Because it's god-awful funny.
Okay.
Yeah, but nobody understands what the hell he says.
Es en el Instituto de Arte de California, en la ciudad de Santa Mónica. La dirección es 2900, la calle 31.
Alan, turn off the SAP button, please.
De 10 a 4 de la tarde.
Now, I just want to ask, because I've seen you do it before, are you sure you can...
Which of the Latin countries are you from? The one with the Civil War, the one with the cocaine, or the one with the fancy hats?
Tú lo que tienes que hacer es siéntate en tu Winnie. Deja de estar hablando, ¿ok? Eso es todo.
Are you sure you gave out the right digits? Because I know how efficient you are at that.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. You know, that is a good soundbite over there. I know that I just want to throw something out there, and I have a question. Since you are the intelligent one in the group,
I'm not gonna keep answering all your questions, bro. Phil's here too.
First, you're looking at you.
Come on, man.
Did you guys hear about the baby that got kicked off the airplane?
I did not.
With a black eye?
No.
No. Well, originally when I had heard the story, I really thought that they pulled the family off the plane because I would assume that they thought that the child was had gotten beaten by the parents. At least that's what I thought. Okay, you know, child custody is getting called in, whatnot. But again, I don't know if this falls under super cautious or just idiotic. But they pulled the baby off the plane because it had the tiniest bruise around the eye, and they said that with cabin pressure or something, once he got up in the plane, that there was a good chance that the eyeball would pop right out of the baby socket.
Okay.
Have you guys ever heard anything like that?
Again, Mikey, that would be for you. I don't have any children, so I've never traveled with kids. I don't know.
No, but have you ever even heard anything like that? And again, from the way the story read, the black eye wasn't bad. It was just, I guess, like the tiniest scratch. You know, I mean, you have a toddler in your house that they're always falling over, hitting like a.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I just saw a picture of your child fell off of something and got a big old bruise on the face. So, I mean, would you be afraid to get on a plane?
No, I've never heard that the eye is going to pop out.
Right. So,
but what does the black guy have to do with this?
Well, because they thought that there was pressure on the eyeball already, and they were afraid that the cabin pressure, once he got up to about 30,000 feet.
But what was the black guy doing?
Again, I think it happened from the toddler just walking around and just bumped into something.
But then he want to let a black guy on the plane? I mean, I don't understand it. What happened? Tell me more.
The black what?
Guy.
Black eye.
Oh, coño. You talking about the eye?
You know what? Can't even have an intelligent conversation.
I think we're talking about they pulled the baby off the plane and you don't know if it was because of a black guy. I'm like, okay, what did the black guy do?
You know what? I got nothing to respond to that now, man.
Okay.
What else you got?
No, go on, man.
No, that's it, man. We probably offended the entire 909 right now.
All right. So it's been a busy week with the Supreme Court, right? They passed they didn't pass Prop 8. They just said it had to go back to the lower court. They also overturned the Defense of Marriage Act, which was passed by Bill Clinton in 96, mainly in a political vote so that he wouldn't lose re-election. Now, what do you guys think about that?
See, but again, I don't have an issue. I mean, I'm glad they turned it over. I don't know that we needed issues or laws. The whole defensive. I know Arvin's Googling DOMA. The Defensive Marriage Act. I know. I remember hearing some of the speeches.
Right.
That the reason they wanted it, and how they tried to say that it wasn't because of homosexuality, but what if somebody wants to marry a washing machine?
Right.
What if somebody wants to marry a building? And I know people came out and said they wanted to, and of course I thought, great, let's give them their own show.
The people that want to marry.
Why not?
That was the argument that people were saying. You know what? Well, we should protect marriage. Marriage is something that should be defined as
a man and a woman.
A man and a woman.
Right.
Because if not, if you don't defend it in such a way, people may want to marry their dogs or their livestock or their washing machine.
Because it's happened so often.
If you go down south, I'm sure there's people that are married to their livestock.
No, but they only have civil.
The South right now is very sensitive, dude. They are losing their mind about those kind of statements.
Because of Paula Deen?
Well, in general, they're saying they're sick and tired that everybody is labeling the South as the way Arvin just did.
You know what? Why do you think?
That's
okay, first off, let's say that it's called the Dirty South
Can we
for a
not,
specific
can we knock it off a
reason.
Doma for a second here?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, so that was the argument that people were making against it. No, if you allow anybody to marry, they're going to go marry their pet goat or whatever. And, it was just the stupidest thing. And Bill Clinton at the time, obviously he's made his comments after the fact. He wanted to veto it, but he was assured that if he vetoed it, he would not be reelected. So he decided to just sign it. But anyways, it was overturned. It was about time. And a lot of people are very happy about that. So there was a couple of good rulings coming from the court, I guess. There was also that affirmative action ruling where they sent that decision back to the lower court again about that student, a white student that said that she didn't get into at school because of affirmative action. So there's a lot of decisions that came down that were pretty good. And we have a caller. What?
We do, but he's going to have to stick around after the break. We only got about 40 seconds. Robert, if you're staying around line one, stick around. We'll be right back. I know Alan's over here showing us the queue.
Is Robert calling from the South?
He's actually calling from the 909. He wants to talk about same-sex marriage.
We've offended one of the... no, wait, he's on the phone now. I can't say it.
We'll be back.
You're listening to the Three Guys Rant on KCAA 1050. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And you can listen to us every Thursday at 2 p.m. right here on KCAA Radio. What do we talk about, Kelly?
We talk about everything from entertainment to business and tech, and we have a few laughs in between.
And we dance a whole lot. In fact, if you want to watch us every day, you can go to AaronandKellyLive.com. That's AaronandKellyLive.com.
Check it out.
Hi, I'm Paul Lane, host of the KCAA Morning Show, and I'd like to take a few seconds to tell you about pollen bursts. You may not know, but I've been confined to a wheelchair for over 20 years, and I've always looked for ways to increase my energy, mental clarity, and just feel good. Well, I found it in pollen bursts. It's natural, delicious, and easy to take, and I think you should try some too. To find out more, email me at paul@kcaaradio.com. That's paul@kcaaradio.com. Hey, join me so we can burst together.
Thank you, Inland Empire, for listening to KCAA Radio.
Streaming live from Los Angeles and worldwide, The Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
All right, we're back from the break for the final segment. We're going to get right to it. We have Robert on line one calling in from the 909, wants to talk to us about same-sex marriage. Go ahead, Robert. What are you thinking?
I just the animal, like saying, okay, gay people can get married now, so it's okay for, maybe then it's okay for animals to get married now. That's not the same thing as people. But I would say the argument, if it's okay for same-sex people to get married, then it should be okay for if a daughter loves a father in that way, they should be allowed to get married. And that's weird, right? That sounds gross, but that's also what people thought 30 years ago for same-sex. So all I'm saying is if they're going to allow this, they should allow that too. And if they feel like it's wrong, well, then they should get over it and allow it because that's the same thought 30 years ago. And I'm, I'll say because I'm not on your show, but I'm against same-sex marriage just for my beliefs. If they want to do it here in America, then it's okay. Because that's one of the rights we have in the United States that we can vote it in. That's fine. But if you're going to vote that in, then the animal thing is a ridiculous argument. But then incest should be okay too, and polygamy.
Well, I don't think anybody here would dispute polygamy, but Arvin.
No, I mean that's cool. I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, that's what we need, dialogue. And obviously, you feel a certain way, and you call in, you express your opinion. I mean, as long as we do it respectfully, we don't have to agree with everything that goes on and the laws that happen. But we just got to respect each other and understand that, hey, if it's the law of the land, it's the law of the land.
Right. I'm just, I don't know. I guess that's true. But
It's just that the
if they
problem is
want-
kind of like when you get into incest. You know that's a little bit tricky, man.
Why? If you could, it should be allowed. If people want to do it, there were stories. There's this guy who married his daughter in Australia, or at least they are together.
Okay.
They can't marry, but it's weird, and it's because he left when she was a baby, and she went and found her dad, and she ends up falling in love with him instead of finding a dad. And to us, that's freaking weird.
I was going to say, Mikey, didn't you talk about this like a month ago?
Yeah, we talked about.
Or was it a brother and sister or something?
No, it was mother and daughter, father and daughter. Yeah,
it might be that story because I know even like last week or 2 weeks ago we actually had. We talked about it. I love my baby's daddy or something like that. It ended up being
right,
father and daughter. So. Yeah.
Robert, well, I mean, again, man, thanks so much for the call in. Like you said, I got nothing on the incest one, but hey, if we're going to practice,
if they're going to make it free, if we're not going to protect marriage in the way it's traditionally done, then it should be open doors in all ways.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate the call and your opinion, brother. Anytime you want to call in, give us a ring.
Thanks. I love you guys.
Take care, brother.
Well, not you guys, but the show.
Oh, sure. Are you sure, man? Because we can get married now.
Robert, you can't take it back once it's out.
Thanks, Robert. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
I plead the fifth.
He backpedaled quick.
Well, I was thinking. I remember in high school, it went around. And
Phil, we don't want to hear about your shower stories.
No. But this is 25 years ago. To what his point is, how 30 years ago people were talking about stuff, and there was a lot of people who had good-looking sisters, and the running joke used to be incest is best. Put your sister to the test. So as soon as he made his comment,
I had never heard this before. It's interesting.
But tell me more.
That's because again, you're 10, 15 years our junior. You guys are idiots. Your whole generation should just be shot.
I wish I knew how to quit.
You guys aren't. You guys weren't part of the cool kids, So, but anyway, that was interesting.
Whoa, you're the cool kid.
Well, I'm sure if we were based out of the South and this is a Southern talk show, the phones would light up. Like, yeah, we agree with Robert.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go down.
I've seen my sister get out of the shower and.
But I wouldn't kick my sheep out of bed.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Hold on, guys. There's another caller on one.
But polygamy. I mean, what's up with polygamy, man?
I got nothing against polygamy.
I got nothing against it either.
The other thing, I couldn't imagine having 7 wives, though.
I could.
No way, man. Are you kidding? No way. So, caller, what's up? What you got?
Well, I'd like to hear your guys' take on marriage is an outdated concept.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree with you, bro.
Absolutely. They should have a constitutional amendment banning marriage. That's what we should do.
Tone, boy. You hear me? Well, I think anybody that's stupid enough to get married nowadays, I mean, I know some of us are married on the air and what have you, but those are years coming. But
wait.
Talking about current people getting married. It's an outdated concept.
Did he just say some of us are married on the air?
Well, I was talking about you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got nothing there.
No, you know what? I've always felt. Well, obviously, I made the mistake twice, but we've talked about this before. That, marriage. What is it really? It's nothing but a damn piece of paper, man.
No, I think it's a financial obligation.
Yeah, that's all it is. But it's a contract. Period. That's it.
Because when you try to get out of it, then it only becomes about money.
I know. Ahí te lo meten mongo. You can't do that.
I'm sorry. Is that your boyfriend's name?
But see, the problem is, though, to your point, if it is an outdated institution, that's what I was trying to say earlier. They still got to have some kind of fix for it.
Right. It's called divorce.
Yeah, but the problem is people who are going to stay together that long. I mean, so nobody's entitled to anything. Is that what it is? You go in with what you got, you leave with the way it is.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, but then the whole concept of prenups and everything else would go out the window also.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys talked about having separate houses.
That's
probably about a month ago.
That is me right there. I'm claiming that one. That is my spurt of genius for 2013.
That I like that idea. The problem is it costs more money.
Whoa! I didn't say pay for her stinking house. You pay for yours, she pays for hers, and you just have her come over for some nookie and then send her on her way.
Yeah, but if you're living together, you're sharing the bills. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, costs more money.
Arvin doesn't believe in sharing anything.
I don't even share my underwear. I don't believe in any of that.
It's not even food, man. Forget about it.
If I'm gonna
just one last comment about the whole homosexual marriage thing. I think the real problem with homosexual marriage is not that they are getting married. I think the real problem is that they can't have sex with the opposite sex.
Okay.
Oh, it's all silence on that one.
Yeah, I don't know where we go with that one.
I got nothing but hey. Thank you so much for the call.
The real problem is that they can't have sex with the opposite sex, and they want children.
All right. Well, they can adopt.
But then what about the child? The child is either denied a father or a mother.
I don't know if a child doesn't know any better, he's not really being denied anything. We say that because
the outsiders.
I would say a third of my associates. I gotta say they shouldn't have kids anyway. So having two mothers or two fathers that are
probably better off
that love them and take care of them, or as opposed to having a deadbeat dad.
I'm gonna go back to saying what I've been saying for years. In this country, we should make it mandatory to where you got to apply for a license before you can have kids. That's what we should do.
Okay.
That I agree to that one.
So you go to DMV and then they have a sex dummy there, or you screw one of their employees and they decide whether you failed or you passed.
No, you know what? You shouldn't even go there. Go to Social Security or we'll start up a new organization, something. I think you should be able to financially support your kid to start off with before you can start having kids. If you make $20,000 a year, you'll be lucky if you have one kid.
Don't touch it ever again.
So basically now having kids is going to be based on your income.
Absolutely. I think marriage as well as having kids is just like a business. I think that's the way it should be ran.
Well, on your psychological profile.
Oh, well, forget that. Come on, let's not go.
If that was the case, I wouldn't have any kids.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mike's got 9 of them that we know of. I mean, for him, Father's Day is an extremely long walk to the mailbox.
Hey, but you know what? I planned for one of them. So 1 out of 9 ain't bad, man.
All right. So, caller, thank you so much, man. And, we always look forward to it.
All righty. Thank you.
Have a great time.
Oh, man.
We've only got about 3 minutes left. I wanted to let everybody know that next week when you listen to the show, it will be a repeat because as we celebrate our country's celebration of independence.
Oh, I thought
we celebrate my birthday.
Yeah, I thought we were celebrating his birthday.
But he's not a real American.
It'd
be different
more
if
American
he was
than
an
all
American.
of you, man. Born on the 4th of July, baby.
In a third world country.
Okay.
That is the welfare state of America. Okay.
Mikey, I'm sorry. Is your country the 51st state?
About to be, man. Soon.
What is soon to you?
Soon.
Turn of the century?
So anyway,
I'm going to go into star selling business.
Have a safe and happy holiday next week. If you want Arvin's boiled weenie recipe for your hot dogs that day, feel free to email Arvin at the3guysrant.com.
All I'm going to say is I like the black chart marks on my weenie.
How that recipe started is because most women he dates wants him to boil his weenie before he touches them.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I'm down to just spraying it with Lysol.
Well, Adrian earlier said that you have a contaminated unit. So,
Adrian made a mistake.
We're going.
She just texted me. She said, "Oops, sorry."
No. She's currently going to that dinner.
She said, "Oops, you did it again." Is what she said.
Hey, my AIDS is acting up.
So next week, mind your fingers when you're blowing up illegal fireworks. Not that we condone it. Don't drink and drive.
Absolutely, don't drink and drive. Pick a spot, stay there. What's weird is that with Thanksgiving, 4th of July falling on a Thursday, it's going to be weird to see how many people take Friday off.
Are we working Friday? I saw all the hands go up in the booth right now.
Do you work any day?
I was going to say, I don't know when the last time was that he actually worked, but so you know what? Okay, that's fine. We got a minute and a half. Arvin, what will you be doing for the 4th?
I will. You know what? I don't know. I'm sure I'll probably be drinking at somebody's house.
Wow. Okay.
And I'll be watching my fingers as they get blown.
That's too bad.
Not off.
What are you going to be doing on the 4th, Phil?
I'm sorry?
What are you going to be doing on the 4th?
Same as always. We'll be in the pool, barbecuing, and once it gets dark, we'll find some place to either partake or view some fireworks. Nice and simple, and it'll be fine.
And Mikey, what are you doing? Same thing you do in every day that ends with Y?
No, I'll be chilling, man.
With a bottle of vodka.
Taking it easy. No, I think I'm going to do this 4th. I don't know.
This is a big 5-0, isn't it?
Hell no.
I see,
Only
holy crap.
46.
Let's see, really? You're 50?
46 is the new 26.
Yeah.
So
That's
again,
another edition of the Three Guys Rant on KCAA 1050, NBC News Radio. Hope you have a wonderful 4th next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
I'll say really quick, we got about 30 seconds for anybody that's listening here outside of the studio at Rent Radio Network. We got the grilled cheese truck. If you follow us through social media, Twitter, Facebook, the address is on there. They'll be here for the next 2.5, 3 hours. So make sure to come on by. Thank you, grilled cheese.
Have a good one.